I really don't want to do this morning. It's so cold. Right. Minus two. Fuck. I'm just going in. Well, there we have it, peeps. A little bit of progress this morning, I'm not going to lie to you. Got in a lot easier this morning, a lot easier. And the temperature felt a lot easier too. I wasn't hyperventilating. A real change in certainly getting in, that's for sure. And spoiler alert, I smashed my records today in everything. All my holds, the total time was longest. Well, I've almost doubled everything today. So big change in adaptation. My body is getting used to this now after a week of doing it every day. So I'm quite pleased with the progress. I'm not going to lie to you. Just taking out these huge chunks. They were just getting in the way of my arms and they were hurting. No other reason. And the water was about -2 this morning. Well, between -1 and 2. It's not a digital thermometer, annoyingly. Might have to get one so I can show you the exact time. But a little rubber ducky the blue line was somewhere around the -1, -2. It felt very similar to the other day, which was -2. So it is what it is. I try and put my hand. Realised that if I put my hands closer to my face, then me breathing on them is a little easier. Because my hands were getting really cold the last few days, and that was taking my mental focus away from the water, if that makes sense. The pain didn't kick in until the third set today, and we did 4 sets today, which I'm really, really pleased about. Because even though I was getting in it easier, it's still just as painful. So counting down to the first set here. Again, my girlfriend's massively helping me here. Shout out to Sam. Love you, babe. Massive help here. And I do like showing off in front of her. Got to let the ego out every now and then. So you could probably notice here that I'm a lot stiller than the previous days. The water's a lot calmer. I'm not having to convulse as much as I previously was. I was a lot clearer mentally. Like it felt like I was able to keep the compulsion, the reflex of wanting to breathe. I could keep that at bay for longer. And as you can tell, days 5 and 6, I only got to about 20 seconds. And I'm looking at my girlfriend. I'm feeling quite comfortable now. Spoke a bit too soon. 39 seconds for the first set. Now, to put that into perspective, that was almost my best set yesterday. So, huge change and progress, which I'm really, really pleased about. Returning back to my 30 breaths, give or take a few. And then what I've noticed that's helped a little bit more is increasing the speed of the breaths for the last 10. So trying to keep them slow and controlled for the first 20 odd. As you can see here, biggie inhale. That kind of tempo. And then in the last 10, just accelerating that breath work. This is obviously controlling the amount of oxygen that's coming in and out of all your muscles as the cold water is trying to contract everything to squeeze out all the oxygen. The other thing I noticed, which was really noticeable, is towards the last 10 of the 30, my skin started to hurt more. It was really noticeable, and I noticed it a lot more on the 4th set. After I exhaled on the 3rd set, then go back to my breath work, and I could feel my skin getting more painful after every breath. I'm not quite sure what's causing that. I don't know whether it's the oxygen coming back into the muscles which is causing that. I don't know, but it was very, very noticeable. So here we are, just prepping now for the 2nd set. 4 minutes in total of the water now, and here we go. Now I was very, very surprised by this set of how comfortable it was and how easy I found it. I mentioned, I think it was on day 5, that I started to see visuals in my eyes. I was starting to get flickers of light in my eyes. I try and keep my eyes closed as much as I can. to try and drift away, go to somewhere else. Bora Bora is usually is usually where I am, feet in the sand, sipping on a cocktail, and as you can see, we're well away now. We're well away. We're over the 35-second mark. I'm feeling really comfortable. Getting a bit cocky, nodding to the girlfriend. Thea's come to join us in the background, give me a bit of moral support. 45 seconds, and we're still going. I haven't watched these back yet, gangs. This is the first time I'm watching this back. 50 fucking hell. Go on, son. Go on, mate. 55 seconds. Oh, I'll take that, guys. I'll take that. Second set. Done. So we're now halfway. I did over 10 minutes today in the water, which is a new PB. I've never done longer than 7 minutes. So not only was it a personal best, it was a personal best by a long way. And I think if I'm honest, I probably could have done a 5th set. However, what changed this time is this is the first time that once I got out, I started to shiver. I haven't shivered up until today. And I know that if you start to shiver, you've gone a bit too far. That's when, you know, the first signs of hypothermia are starting to set in. Your body temperature's gone too cold. Shivering is your body's mechanic to try and heat itself up. It sends nervous impulses to all your muscle fibers to contract really, really quickly, and that obviously helps generate heat and warms your body up. So my understanding of this is you don't want to get to the point where you're shivering. If you're shivering, you've gone too far. So I think I went a little bit too far today, because it took me about half an hour to warm up. I had to put a couple of rugs over me, had to wrap up with a couple of pillows. It was quite uncomfortable. So yeah, so learning points really. So 10 minutes seems to be that kind of that bracket for me where it goes a bit too far. Gearing up now for set 3. Cheeky countdown, 6.5 minutes in now, so I've already beaten my best time. I think 6:40 was my best time to date, so we're just about to beat that. And this one was a long one. That's what she said. It's -3 in the UK still. Well, it was when I recorded this. Really cold. And the interesting thing is, this time round is the first time I hadn't used a towel when I got out either. I was comfortable enough still at the end of it to not have to wrap up immediately. I shook dry, and then I ran up to the shower. I had a cold shower, which feels like a warm shower after you do this, just because I'd been to the gym before this, did some deadlifts, and I just needed to wash the sweat off. Plus this water's now 7 days old, so it's getting a bit grimy in there. I'll have to change the water soon. But here we go, we're approaching the minute mark now. I'm starting to have to use my convulsions now. I'm starting to have to expand my lungs and bring them in again, trying to force a bit more oxygen through. But 105, 106, 107, 108. Oh, I'm happy with that one, guys. 1 minute 8 with an exhale hold in -2 water. I'm very happy about that. Now you can see from my face the pain has started to set in. It's now starting to get very, very uncomfortable. It's well, it's not uncomfortable. It's fucking painful. I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Thea's looking for a place to shit by the looks of it. Yeah, I'm having to talk to myself here to try and psych myself up to do another set. I wanted to do 4 sets today, but more importantly, I wanted to beat Richard Wall's time. Richard Wall is a friend of mine on Facebook, ex-army, SBS, I believe, and he's a proper hardcore individual. Huge respect for him, not only for his service, but I know him quite well. I've trained with him many times. He's an absolute monster in the nicest possible way. And he got 8 minutes 12 seconds or something the other day to beat my time. I thought, I can't be having that. I can't be having that. I've got to push him to the limit. So I pushed myself to the limit. And here we go for the final set. 9 minutes in now. The final set. You can see my shoulders starting to go red here, and everything. My feet have gone numb. My knees have gone numb. My elbows are numb. My shoulders are just aching now with pain. My neck's getting a bit crampy, cold as well. So everything's hurting. Everything's hurting. My balls started to ache a lot in this last set. It's just part of the course. I don't want to keep moaning about the pain, but part of the reason why I'm doing this is for the pain. I'm choosing my pain. I'm intentionally raising cortisol, and afterwards, I still as I record this now, I'm on such a dopamine high, such a rush. I have so much energy. I feel so good. I feel calm. My head's not busy. My ADHD's calmed down. I haven't got any depressive thoughts. These ice baths are life-changing. They really are. They're not easy, but they're a damn sight easier than anxiety all day. And here we go again. We just beat set 3. 1 minute 11, I believe. 1 minute 12. New PB. Guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your follow. I really appreciate if you could subscribe. And I'd really appreciate a cheeky like. And I will catch you tomorrow. Have a great day, guys, and stay cold.